Hi everyone, it's Ella. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Guys, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to start. I don't know how to start these. I don't know how to lean into the videos. It's gonna be a learning process for me. It's gonna be a learning process. One of these next few videos, I'm hoping to make like a introduction feature of this channel. Who am I? What are explanation introductory video of myself in this channel, because I just kind of popped on here with no explanation, and I know that first video I posted was kind of like I just wanted to get it up and quick and help people, but in reality this is something that I wanted to do for a while, and so I would actually like to have it a little more stabilized, I guess. But that being said, today, something that I also want to speak on, because yes, my last video was feeling lost and, not, directionless in your early 20s, but the other thing that I wanted to talk about that most people don't talk about. They don't talk, and if they do, they don't tell it how it is, and that is feeling like a failure in your early 20s. Feeling like a failure in your early 20s. Whew. That is so real. So real. And let me tell you, people don't talk about it. People don't talk about the reality of feeling like a failure in your early 20s. Especially when all your other friends are off and doing things that you think, being successful, whether it's having adult jobs, in college, just anything that you deem successful. Because everyone has their own things that they deem successful, that they see people doing, that they're like, oh, I feel like a failure because I'm not doing that. Everyone has their own, definition of that. But I know that, if I'm feeling it, I can't be the only one. So, that's why I'm making this video. But I don't know. There's a couple things that I've realized that definitely add to society's role in that. And I feel like that definitely is one, the school system. And I know it's probably oh no, but for real, this is not how things were supposed to be for humans. We were not supposed to go to school for half of our most of our adolescence and teen years, go to college or start working, have kids if you have kids, but it was the standard to have kids. And now, people are finally letting loose to kind of okay, people aren't wanting to have kids, which is okay, but finally people are letting go of that, you have to have kids. If you don't have kids, you're a bad person. You're going against the typical what everyone should be doing. We're not sheep. And that was something I always had a big problem with, is I don't want to go to school, work, and die. I don't want to do that. I want to do other things with my life, other fulfilling things. I want to have time to live, actually live my life. And so the sad thing is that a lot of people are so consumed by, the strict rules that society sets, and the strict rules that they make it almost impossible to not follow them. It's impossible to support yourself now if you don't work full-time. I was working full-time, making $22 an hour. I still couldn't support myself. Just myself. On top of my bills and all of that. Even working full-time. And that is insane. Insane. It's they almost want us to feel like failures if we aren't following exactly what they want us to do. And I think that's the point. And the good thing is that there are people nowadays breaking that mold, breaking that narrative, breaking that timeline that society has set for us that we don't have to follow. But they've made it so strict that, like, Goose. Sorry, that's my cat. He's knocking stuff off. Hold on. This is my cat, Goose. Everybody say hi. Goose, say hi. But anyway, I feel like that was something I realized, not at a young age, but when I was like 18, I was like, society has set this timeline, and I don't want to follow this timeline. I don't like this timeline. This isn't the timeline I want for myself. And so I feel like that is one of the biggest things that, like, at least for me, contributed to me feeling like a failure, was the fact that I was not following along with where I thought I should be in society's timeline. So I felt like a failure. Did that mean I was a failure? No. There's no set timeline for when you should go to college, graduate college, have kids, get married, like, be a homeowner. Like, there's no age that you have to do that by. There's no age that if you don't do it by, you're a failure. That's not how it works. You have your whole life to do all that. Like, that being said, don't lay around and, you know, slack off. But if you're don't, like, I don't know how to word that, you know, like, if you're someone that just lays around and is like, oh, my life sucks, you know, blah, 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 blah. Like, if you're not trying to make your life better, that's your fault. Like, you know, you're sitting in your own suffering then, and that's on you. But if you're someone that is trying to make your life better, but feeling like a failure and feeling like you're getting knocked down over and over and over again, just know you are doing your best, and society's timeline is a bunch of BS. You don't have to follow that. You are doing perfectly fine. You are on your right path for your timeline. We all have our own timelines, okay? Our own paths that we are supposed to follow. Everyone's is different. Everyone's is different, okay? I'm gonna hopefully be going back to college when I'm 22. I'm not gonna be graduating with my RN till I'm about, like, 26. Most people I know got their RN by the time they're 24. But you know what? That's okay. It's okay. Like, I don't know. It's just so frustrating because they make it impossible for you then to, like, live your life and have fun. And I don't know. I don't want to feel like a robot and like a sheep. Like, there's so much out there in life that I want to experience. And it's so hard with, like, feeling constricted by all the things I feel like I have to do, or else I'm a failure. You know, like, I have to, like, pay off my car. I have to move out and have my own house. I have to graduate college and get a degree. I have to have I have to have a bunch saved up. I have to, like, I don't know. It's just, society sets you up to feel like a failure if you're not doing exactly what they want you to be doing. And it's effed up. It's really effed up. Because, I don't know. It's tiring feeling like a failure. But, I don't know. I guess the biggest moral of this whole thing is that you're not a failure. You're really not. There's no set timeline for when you should be doing all of those major achievements, or if you should be doing all those major achievements either. Not everyone is made to do the same things, or, like, have the same achievements in life, or, you know, not everyone's lives are gonna pan out the same way, and so not everyone's gonna do the same thing. Like, I don't know. I wish we could go back to the times when we could be, like, adventurers and, like, hunters and foragers and priestesses and shamans, all the, all those things when it wasn't so like sit in school for 8 hours, work 40 hours a week. Like, humans need time to live and be humans and have time to laugh and play and have joy and interact with people and live. But it's really hard to do when there's such like strict things that you feel like you have to do. But I don't know. I feel like I kind of went off on like a tangent there with society. But the whole, yeah. I don't know. Just be kind to yourself and like try to focus on your little achievements. Like, because that's another thing that people don't focus on is the little achievements. Whether it's getting out of a toxic relationship, quitting a dead-end job, quitting a job that didn't make you happy, getting a new job that did make you happy, even if it's not a big adult job. Like, I quit my nurse aide job last year because it was exhausting and it was too much for me and I was just so burnt out, and I quit and I started working at Dunkin' Donuts. And it's what I needed because I needed something that was like just more laid back, and it helped me in the long run. Like I just needed that mental break and like the more fun that came from the job. Leaving toxic friendships, leaving a toxic household, adopting a pet, all like standing up to someone, all of those things are just as important as having a baby, getting married, graduating college, graduating high school. Like, we shouldn't just be celebrating those major achievements that, I don't know, again, society thinks, should be celebrated. We should also be celebrating the little achievements that might feel big to other people, because, I don't know, that's the other thing that I think can play into it, is that if you have a bunch of little achievements that maybe you don't tell people, that also plays into feeling like a failure, because I know that there's been times where I, maybe got myself through a really hard time, but no one really realized, and I heard a bunch of people talking about, oh yeah, like I got a really great score on like my nursing quiz, or like, I passed this lab, or oh, I graduated this, or I got a new job as an intern like here, and it made me stop for a second and be like, maybe my thing wasn't really that big of an achievement. Maybe I shouldn't really be proud of it. Like, maybe I'm a failure because I didn't do this stuff. No. I should still be proud. Like, I'm not a failure just because I didn't do that stuff. Like, and also, I also just want to preface all of this stuff that I'm saying. I did not think like this last year. I did not think like this 2 years ago. If you told me this 3-4 years ago, I would have laughed in your face. I would have laughed in your face. Man, get away from me. Like, I don't care. Like, life sucks. Everything sucks. Get away from me. Nothing's gonna change. Because I didn't care enough to change. I didn't want to change my mindset. And that was the biggest thing for me, was mindset changes. And that might be another thing I make a video on. But anyway, be proud of yourself today. Think about, one achievement you've made in the last week, in the last few days, even in the last month, that you're proud of. And just pat yourself on the back and just, I don't know, even just telling yourself, I'm not a failure, does more good than telling yourself, I'm a failure. Even just those little, even if it sounds stupid, even just saying small, little, kind things to yourself like that can make a difference mentally. It really can. Telling yourself, I am not a failure. I am powerful. I am strong. I am, I get stuff done. Like, it really does make a difference. Okay, I'm gonna probably cut this video off here before I start rambling on a bunch more. But yes, if you enjoyed the video and my rambling, and if it helped you, please like and subscribe. I'm hopefully going to be posting some more videos here soon, so keep an eye out for that. Alright, see you guys later. Bye!